Welcome back, Minecraft fans. This is Punk D76 back in tutorial world. Today I'm going to give you a mob farm, but just not an ordinary mob farm. This gives you skeletons, spiders, zombies, creepers as standard, but we're also going to throw in drowned squid, fish, and dolphins on top of that. Why not? Why not? Why not have a farm that gives you everything? As you can see, I found myself a nice little spot in the ocean. All I've done is scaffold up to Y125 to give myself a nice little starting platform. So yeah, build yourself a little platform. Come up on to Y125. You want to build your platform so it is actually 6. So go out 5 this direction, 5 that direction, and fill it in. So it is a 6 by 6 with your scaffold in the corner, and that will get you going. The items we're going to need for this build, we're going to need the top row is for the trident killer. These are other parts of the build. We're going to need lots and lots and lots of water for this. And basically the rows below, this is what we're going to need for each floor of this farm. I'm going to, the leaves are for the very top, so you're only going to need 7 stacks of leaves total. But the stairs, the blocks, and the scaffolding you're going to need for each floor. So that's 9 stacks of blocks of your choice for each floor, 6.5 scaffolding per floor, and a stack and a half of stairs and buttons. Again, like I say, each floor. I'm going to do 3 floors. Let's get into it. Take a screenshot, pause the video. I will put a list of items in the description down below. There we go. Let's get going. I'm going to grab some of this, some of that, and that. Perfect. So in this corner is where we're going to build our trident killer. So we need to come forward. On this spot here, place a double chest. Come around behind it. 2 hoppers. Back round on top. Double chest. Come around the back. 2 hoppers. We are going to need blocks of choice. On around these hoppers, go put a row of 3, 2 directly behind, another 2 directly behind, and then another row of 3. And we can even come forward and place ones in front of there like so. Coming up on top, from this back corner, go 3 across, place a piston. Place a piston there so there's a gap. Crouch and place a piston on top of that chest, and a piston there too. Take your solid blocks, go 1, 2. We'll fill in the gaps. Place 1 on that corner. Take your stairs. We need to place a stair block like so. So an upside down stair, leaving this corner open, okay? Place a block on the top of each piston. Then coming round, this is you're probably best off coming on the inside in survival. Place an observer on the block so the arrow is aiming into this block. Observer, observer, and again on top of that stair. Take your dropper, place it in this corner, okay, lever, crouch, place, lever. Coming back on top, in this back corner, a repeater on 2 ticks, in this corner, repeater on 2 ticks, in this corner, repeater on 2 ticks. Flick the lever down, and it should stop. When you flick it back on again, there we go. Turn it off. At this point, we want our trident. Fire trident into the back piston. Flick the lever. Helps if I'm not crouched. Flick the lever, and that will go round. The trident doesn't need to be it will never take durability damage, so it doesn't matter if it's a worn out one that you've got from a drowned. Anything like that will work. That's fine, and that will do. Okay, so at this point, that's the trident killer built. We need to make a ring of 7. So count starting from this corner, make a row of 7, then a row of 7 coming this way, and then fill this round like so. Take your glass and fill this in, but leaving this corner open. Like so. And this corner, place a magma block. Okay. Next, take your solid blocks. We can actually punch these corners out. We don't need them. Place your solid blocks. A ring like so. Double the walls up. Take your buttons. We're going to need 3 buttons. 1, 2, and 3. So when we place some water in this corner on top of the magma block, the water should flow and you should get this effect. So it's effectively, I'll just pick the trident up, above 2/3 of the hole. Let's go there. Let's throw that back in there. Perfect. Right, that's that bit done. So the reason we have this down here, so the mobs can drop down from height, will not take full damage, and will fall over and go over and into the trident killer. Right, now we need to take these walls up to Y140. Sorry, Y150. Okay, there we go. We are now at Y150. This is the drop chute down into the killer. So on one of these edges, we need to go out by a further 7. So a total of 8, so including this one. Total of 8. Do that on all 4 sides. Do that on all 4 sides and fill it in. Okay, there we go. There's our platform built. Now what we need to do is put a ring around the outside of that. So on the outside edge, just work your way around, all the way around the edge. There we go. And then what we need to do in each corner, build a little 2x2 solid block. Okay, like so. Quickly get that done, like that. Okay, then we need to take our stair blocks. Around the edge, we need to place stair blocks. Like so. Nearly done. Last row. There we go. So this is where our spawn or first spawn level will be. Now take your scaffolding. This is where the magic happens. When you have scaffolding, so we place scaffolding down, a mob can spawn stood inside the scaffolding because it doesn't see it as a block. Okay, so a mob can stand can spawn here. Any mob, because it's not classed as a block of yeah, it's not even a transparent block, it's just a block. It's not even a block. So mobs can spawn. Zombies, skeletons, creepers can all spawn here. They cannot spawn underwater, but they take the parameters from where their feet are. Okay, so where it looks at this block to see if there's any water or anything. As there's no water in this block, so they're standing here, it means they can spawn, which is perfect for us. So what we're going to do is we're going to run around here and cover this whole thing in scaffolding. Okay, so there we go. We now have our floor full of scaffolding. So now we're going to place water inside all the stair blocks around the edge, like so. The reason we have these blocks here is to stop the water becoming a water source block and basically flooding the whole top section, or making the whole top section into water sources. There we go. So we have our water flow goes to the edge. So as I was saying, inside the scaffolding, because it doesn't recognize it as a block and it looks at the parameter, the feet of the mob, it will go, okay, I can spawn here. So I need to get down. Go down. So a mob will spawn inside the scaffolding. And because we have the flowing water above them, they will get pushed towards the center. It's exactly what we want. Exactly what we need. This is perfect. So they will get pushed to the edge. Now go around this inside here. Place 4 buttons on each edge, like so. Bearing in mind, if you place a button here, you can't place one on this block because this one is taking up the space for the block. So there you go. So the mobs, as they spawn, will automatically get pushed straight towards the center and fall down towards our kill chamber. That is floor 1 done. Next, we're going to cover this in blocks. Completely cover it. So there we go. I've completely covered the roof and I've punched out the 5x5 hole in the middle. Now, repeat what we've done on the lower floor. I'm just going to show you here. So we got having this roof this close as well will stop any mobs kind of hopping up on top of the scaffolding. So this will keep them all low and just force them forward straight off the edge. Okay? So now repeat. Okay, there we go. It's a second floor. If you wanted, you could build this over land. So over there somewhere. Just raise it up like sort of get about 60, 70 above your ground level, wherever you're at. You could build this farm, put a solid roof on this, half slab the top of that roof, and you've got a mob farm. You'll get skeletons, creepers, spiders, and zombies spawning within that. And so yeah, you've got a little mob farm. Pretty good, rapid mob farm. But I wanted to take it one step further. Hence why we're above the ocean. So now we're going to do the drowned and fish and squid part of this farm. So we're going to go up one more floor. So we repeat that we cover this with solid blocks as we did before. But this time we need to cover don't leave the hole. So we have our platform. Again, go around, do the same edging as we've done before. Right, so now we're at this stage. We need the hole covered up for this. So we're at this stage. we now need to take our fence gates. We need to find the centre. Let's place a marker block. So let's get, so it will be this one here. I think that's the centre. Yep, there's the centre. We can just punch this one out just to make sure you're in the right place. Right, stair gates. So knowing this is the centre block, go diagonally by 2 stair gate in each direction, like so, and then just basically fill in the edges, or fill in around with stair gates. Okay, now we need to open all the doors. Like so. Now we need to flood this whole top area. So you're going to need to go round on every edge and place water. There we go. So we now have the whole top edge is full of water source blocks. Okay. Now go back to your scaffolding. We need to place scaffolding inside in the water on the whole top edge. So you know I said on the layer before, it reads the foot or the feet of the mob as it's trying to spawn them. So on the lower floors they have air because it doesn't count the scaffolding as a block, so they have air. On this floor, they're going to have water. Because there's water here, it's only going to spawn drowned on this floor. So now we can go and fill this top edge in. Okay, so we now have our scaffolding on this floor. So it's all waterlogged scaffolding. As you probably noticed as you were going around, we're now getting fish spawning inside the scaffolding. Ready to be harvested at some point, or ready to be got. So now we can, this 5 area in the middle, we can punch these blocks out. So underneath the trapdoors. Just work your way around. Be careful, obviously, not to break any of the blocks or scaffolding below. Okay, so we now have this affair. And like before, let's go around the top and we will put water in all of the stair blocks. So there we go. We now have our stair blocks, water all running across the top. The fish will spawn in the lower part and will often swim up into the top part, then get pushed across and down into our into the kill chamber, so we can collect the fish. As you can see, one did right there. Perfect example. So yeah, they will get thrown down, which is perfect. And like I say, because these are waterlogged underneath the scaffolding, it will only spawn drowned squid, dolphins will spawn in there because it's seeing them as water blocks. Okay, the next part. Take your leaves. In Minecraft Bedrock, we get 2 types of spawn. We get surface spawns and we get underground spawns. Underground spawns, so these layers here, will be any, like, so zombies and skeletons and creepers, stuff like that, will spawn underground. Drowned will not. Drowned will only spawn above ground. So when they try to spawn, they will find water at their feet, and they must have sky access above them to be classed as a surface spawn. We can only have 8 of each at a time, which slows our spawn rates in Bedrock, which is a pain, but we're trying to make the most of it here. So hence why I've done this above the water, because it's combining both sets of spawns into one farm. So to try, by placing leaf blocks across the top here, leaf blocks do take the light level down, to mean that mobs drowned should be able to spawn more frequently. And secondly, they don't block sky access, so the drowned will be, as it tries to look for their algorithms to see if they got sky, it will see through the leaf blocks to sky, so we will get sky access, we will get drowned. How effective the leaves are at blocking light, I'm not 100% sure, because you will notice in this farm when it's running, you get a lot more drowned spawning at night. So I think they do take the light level down a bit, but whether they take it down enough, yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Okay, there we go. There is our leaf roof. So the mobs shall now spawn inside. They will all get pushed towards the center and all drop down into our kill chamber. Coming down here, we have our glass floor, so we can see any mobs dropping and falling in. We should have plenty of fish in there, so if we turn our trident killer on, that should push around and we should be getting, there we go, look, oh, we got a button in there, where'd that come from? Already getting plenty of fish dropping down into the chamber, which is perfect. So that's the farm built. I am going to do a 1 hour AFK session on this platform to see what mobs we get, to see what drops we get. I will empty this chest out. There we go, and yeah, let's do a 1 hour session. Right, there we go, guys. That is a 1 hour AFK session. One thing I did forget to mention, a looting 3 sword. If you're holding a looting 3 sword, you will get more drops. The sword looting 3 is applied to the trident in the farm, which gives you extra drops, which is very, very handy. Right, so these are the items we got over an hour. We got, well, 15 stacks of bones. We got 8 stacks of rotten flesh. 2.5 stacks of gunpowder, 2 stacks of string, 1.5 stacks of spider's eyes, 2 stacks of arrows, 5 tridents, some nautilus shells, some random bits. We've got a load of bows for your dispensers. We got 10 stacks of raw cod. We got a stack of salmon, and about, well, just under a stack and a quarter of ink sacks. I don't think that's too bad in an hour. I don't think that's too bad at all. Well, I hope this farm helps you guys. Hope you build it and have plenty of success. Please hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think. Please hit the like and the subscribe button. And thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye. Okay, guys, I was playing around with the farm afterwards and I discovered something which helps the rates. So, when you're building your farm, up here, behind here is the stair blocks. Place solid blocks outside. Stair blocks allow light through, so the platforms are a lot lighter than they needed to be or should have been. By placing solid blocks on the outside, half slabs on top, but you have to do all the way round. Top one doesn't matter so much because you do get light through the leaves anyway. But by doing this, you will increase the underground mob spawning significantly. It will make quite a big difference to the farm, okay? So yeah, add these blocks whilst you're doing the build. Thanks for watching. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.